Welcome to Be a Maker, Maker Activities and Crafts with author Katey Howes. Today we're inspired by the line, make a mess, or make instead, a universe inside your head. Hi again, I'm Katey Howes, author of Be a Maker, and every day for the next few weeks I'm going to be bringing you videos with maker activities and crafts you can do at home with materials you have on hand. If you missed it, the read aloud of Be a Maker is already posted on my YouTube channel, and there should be some other activities there as well. This is day 2, and on day 2 we're working with inspiration from the second big spread in this book, where it says make a mess, or make instead a universe inside your head. I think we're probably all living with some messes in our houses right now, with parents home from work and kids home from school. And you know, sometimes a mess is the best way to make something creative. Sometimes artists and writers and inventors make a lot of messes before they get the right thing. We do try to pick up after ourselves though. But the great thing about making a universe inside your head is that you can make it any way you like. You can follow your own rules. You can fill it with the creatures and people that you like, following the rules you enjoy. And it doesn't bother anyone else or get underfoot for anyone. So I encourage you to spend some time today making a universe inside your head with your rules, your foods, your trees, your houses, your playgrounds. It's a great way to go. But in the meantime, we're going to make a mess that's fairly contained today. And it's going to look kind of like a universe or galaxy. So one of the things I like to use around the house are just common everyday materials like oil, water, food coloring, but this is my new favorite for making a mess. Aloe. Now, it's that time of year in a lot of places where we aren't going outside in the sun as much, and we aren't wearing suntan lotion and getting sunburns, but a lot of us do have some aloe sitting around in our cupboards, and let me tell you, it does a really great job for this activity. So I put a plastic bag into a cup so it holds it up nice and straight and it doesn't tip over. And all I'm going to do is pour a bunch of this green goopy aloe into the plastic bag. Oh, it makes fantastic noises. Ooh, all right. I'm going to put a little bit more. Now, don't worry. If you don't have aloe around, I'll show you some different ways to make the same sort of activity. I just really like the way this one feels. The other ingredient is glitter. Now, I've always got a ton of glitter in my house because I have 3 girls who love to do glittery crafts. You might not have glitter. You might want to try this with what you do have. You could make confetti by chopping up small bits of colored paper. You could tear some foil into tiny pieces to make your own little foil confetti. You could use sprinkles from your kitchen cupboards. So be imaginative. Let's see, I'm going to use, I think, these pinky and blue ones. I think they're kind of pretty. And I'm going to dump a bunch of that right in here too. Let me hold this up where you can see it. All right. And then I'm going to seal it up tight. Now when I first seal it, I just use the zipper. But if I'm going to have it for a while, I'll add some tape to hold it shut. So you want to squeeze most of the air out. And make sure it's sealed tightly. And then just squish your aloe and your glitter around to make this cool, beautiful mess. And I'm going to tip the computer in a second so you can see how it looks up against a piece of white paper. Let's see if you're getting a good view of that now. I know the lighting isn't perfect. But what I love to do with this is just use it to sort of squish and play. Now you could put some tiny toys inside with it so that they live in that messy universe. We have a lot of these eraser type toys that have come from school and they do really well in there, but any tiny toy could go inside. You can also draw, and if I can find my marker, I am not a very talented artist. You could draw things that you would want in your universe. Maybe you've got a nice little house, and it's got a slide coming out the window, and you've got a tree that grows. Well, these look like apples, but I'm going to pretend they're lollipops instead if they're right side up. You've got a lollipop tree in your yard, and you can put that whole universe under this in outer space and kind of play a discovery game with it. So there's lots of things you can do, but really, honestly, it's such a nice sensory feel. It's so squishy and gooey and sparkly that it's an awful fun mess, and it's well contained inside the bag. If your smaller kids are super messy people and can't be trusted not to pop the bag, then you can double bag it. You can also limit play to outside with this, or keep it inside of a plastic tub or a plastic sink or something like that so that it doesn't get anywhere it shouldn't. So I love that one with the aloe. It shows up so much better against the white, doesn't it? And it's just a fun mess you can play with. All right, if that mess is not working for you because you don't have aloe around your house, let's make you another cool sensory bag, another contained mess. So one thing we noticed when we were playing just some experiments the other day and messing around was that if you put oil in a little bowl, I'm going to tip you again so you can just see it's just oil in a bowl, not very exciting. You can add a little bit of food coloring to that. And don't mind me, I'm opening the food coloring with my teeth when you can't see me doing it. The food coloring and the oil don't really mix well because they have different chemical makeups. Now that's an experiment for another day to talk about. But just like oil and water don't mix well, these water-based food colors don't mix well with oil. But when you do swirl them around and make some effort to break it up, it starts to look really cool, like a galaxy or a universe. Or maybe something creepy. Is it germs or aliens or monsters? I don't know, but I love to look at it. Now you got to be careful with the food coloring, of course, because it can stain your clothes and your counters, so you want to be contained when you do this. So we thought, what if we put that in a bag as well and made ourselves a universe that way? So here's what I like to do. Once again, we're going to get a cup out and we're going to put a plastic bag inside of it. That just helps hold it up. It doesn't have to be a clear cup while you're making it. It's just something to hold your plastic bag up so it doesn't tip over. I'm going to add about half a cup of vegetable oil. You can use any kind of oil you have. Baby oil you can use. It looks nice and clear instead of this yellowish tinge. You could use olive oil, grapeseed oil. Coconut oil is too thick a lot of the time, but you decide. And then I've just got water in this bowl. And you can choose what color you might want to mix in with the water. I'm going to go, let's see, what seems very galaxy? I think I'm going to go with the blue again because it makes such a nice dark galaxy color. I'm going to put a few drops of the food coloring. And this is just food coloring. I think this is the Wilton food colors from the bakery store, but you could use any food coloring. And if you're doing Easter eggs sometime soon, you might have colors around. So we mix that up. And we're just going to add some of that to our bag here. Now, you'd be smarter than me if you used a bowl with a spout or mixed that in a measuring cup. But about equal parts water and oil in your bag. And move that out of the way. And then, of course, glitter, because what is life without glitter, right? I'm going to use some gold and green glitter this time, and I really go crazy with the glitter. A couple big spoonfuls. Shake it in there. Now, right now, you can take a look at this and you can talk about density. Of course, the material with the highest density is in this case, the water with the coloring in it, and then the oil is floating on top of it, and the glitter is dispersing throughout, but seems to be floating mostly right at the juncture of the two. Looks pretty cool. Am I holding it too high? Sometimes it's hard to tell. All right, so when we seal up this bag, we really want to get most of the air out, so carefully squeeze above your liquids to squeeze the air out. So you've got this wonderful universe, and I'm going to tip so you can see it down on the white paper again. Let's see, is that a good view? This again feels great to play with. You can watch it swirl. Now be careful with this one because of the amount of food coloring in here. Putting toys inside of it
that are porous at all, that can absorb things, is a bad idea. They will soak up the color. But hard plastic toys, metallic toys that aren't going to soak up the color, those can go inside there. You can also put something like M&Ms or Skittles in there. They will start to dissolve and spill their colors out around there, but I have to tell you, I don't have any M&Ms or Skittles in my house right now. So it will mix up, but it will separate out again later, and you can look at how much time that takes. Again, a great idea if you're worried about spills is to take some duct tape and just tape the top of the bag, because you really don't want this getting everywhere. You can also make rules about where this kind of mess can be played with. So this is an outdoor mess, or this is a sitting in the bathtub in your messy clothes or your old swimsuit kind of thing to play with, just in case it spills. But yeah, just putting a piece of duct tape across the top and then folding it down so that it stays will help you keep your universe. My universe looks like it's an ocean. It looks like it's underwater. Anyway, that will help keep it under wraps so it can't escape. And if you're really, really worried, put a second bag around it. It's not, I don't know, texturally for me, it doesn't feel as nice once you've got the second bag in it. I don't get the same squish to it, but it certainly does prevent you getting food coloring everywhere. So those are two of my favorite messes, the aloe and glitter and the oil, water, food coloring, and glitter messes. I hope you enjoy playing with your messy universes, and I hope you come back tomorrow for another maker activity inspired by the book Be a Maker. If you're looking for more book recommendations, I will have some more great recommendations for books that kids who love to make things will enjoy. Those will be on my video tomorrow, day 3. I'll see you then.
You'll find more activities, including printables and lesson plans, at kateyhowes.com. Thanks to Lerner Publishing Group for permission to share Be a Maker.